Welcome to Climax Scots Football TV, this week for a very special homecoming edition. Homecoming is a very special time of the year at Climax Scots when a student body comes together to enjoy the traditional pregame and halftime festivities along with Friday night football. CS flexed its offensive muscles once again Friday, registering a 69-12 win over Bellevue. The 69 points scored by CS equals the 2005 team's output in a 69-0 win over Teconcha. The 7-0 Panthers rolled up 440 yards rushing and added another 91 yards in the air for a huge 531-yard total offensive output. CS rolled out to a 32-6 lead after one quarter. CS went to the air for its first touchdown strike as Ethan Vosberg connected with Justin Satterley on a 60-yard pass play that gave the Panthers a 6-0 lead at the 10:22 mark of the opening frame. Logan Hunter ran in the two-point conversion. Bellevue came right back moments later when quarterback Tate McCarn teamed up with Dawson Morgan for a touchdown that covered 59 yards with just over 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Cody Leversey scored on a 5-yard run with 7:46 left in the opening quarter, and then Kyler Skidmore ran in the two-point conversion, giving CS a 16-6 advantage. Bellevue found no success against the tough CS defense, and just 1:30 after Leversey scored, CS was back in the end zone again when Vosberg completed a pass to Chase Audette for a touchdown that covered 15 yards at the 6:16 mark. Taylor McNally ran in the two-point conversion, giving CS a 24-6 lead. Leversey sent the home team into the second quarter on a positive note after he scored on a 1-yard plunge with just 1 second remaining in the stanza. Vosberg tossed to Cody Campbell for the two-point conversion in a big 32-6 lead after one quarter. The second quarter was filled with scoring as well. After CS recovered a fumble on the Bellevue 46-yard line, Taylor McNally was back in the end zone 2 plays later on a 13-yard run with 7:46 left in the second quarter. Todd Myers ran in the two-point conversion for a 40-6 Panther lead. Bellevue once again failed to get a first down against the mighty Panther defense, and the offense went right back to work. Jeremy Shearer found a big hole along the right side of the line and motored 36 yards for a touchdown at the 5:22 mark. Zach Mobley kicked the extra point for a 47-6 CS lead. An interception by Todd Myers set up CS's next score, a 22-yard field goal by Zach Mobley that sent CS into the locker room at halftime with a comfortable 50-6 lead. With a running clock, Bellevue scored its last points on a 14-yard touchdown pass play with 7:05 left in the third quarter. The two-point conversion failed and CS led 50-12. CS entered the fourth quarter with a 56-12 lead after Kyler Skidmore ran in from 1 yard out with 3:25 left in the quarter. The two-point conversion was no good. A fumble recovery by CS on the Bronco 30-yard line with 2:38 left in the quarter set up a 26-yard field goal attempt by Mobley moments later, but the attempt missed the mark. As the game moved into the fourth quarter with CS enjoying a big lead, the Panthers weren't done scoring yet. Justin Satterley came up with a brilliant defensive play when he stepped in front of a Bellevue pass and returned it 18 yards just 4 seconds into the final stanza for a 62-12 lead. Zach Mobley kicked the extra point for a 63-12 lead. Logan Hunter completed the scoring on a 22-yard run with 3:28 left in the game. The extra point attempt was no good. Hunter led the CS ground game with 132 yards on 8 carries. Cody Leversey contributed 115 yards on 12 carries, and Kyler Skidmore picked up 84 yards on 6 carries. While Taylor McNally was not the team leader in tackles, the Panthers senior, who had 6 tackles, was all over the field, making bone-crunching tackles. Jeremy Shearer had 8 tackles, Skidmore came up with 7 tackles, Mobley had 6 tackles, and Todd Myers added 5 tackles. After the game, CS senior Cody Campbell talked about winning on homecoming and what the team hopes to accomplish in the final 2 regular season games this season, starting next Friday against Class B Spring Lake at home. CS coach Kevin Langs added some thoughts about the offensive explosion, the play of his team's defense, and gearing up for a solid Spring Lake team followed by the regular season finale at Colon.
Okay. Cody Campbell, big homecoming win tonight. Just talk how fired up you guys were in that first quarter.
Oh, it was great. We were so ready. I mean, everybody was coming together as a team. It felt really good.
How about, your offense was really impressive, but you had some good defense. A lot of hitting out there by you guys.
We did hit hard, but we still got some things to work on for defense. We had a couple people out of position when we really needed them, but we got some work to do this week.
You guys play hard for all 48 minutes there. Just talk about how, even though you had a big lead, you just never stop working hard, do you?
No, we've been taught ever since we were little to always play all the way out. You never know what could happen.
What's your thoughts about Spring Lake next week? That should be a good test for you.
It's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be very physical, and I think we're ready.
Does that kind of a game, Cody, help you get ready for the playoffs, you think?
It does. Like I say, it's going to be really physical, and we're going to have to be on our A game and be ready to play.
You bet. And I guess, Cody, what would you like to accomplish in those last two games? You're 7-0.
I'd really like for the team to play hard and come out on top. I'd really like to come together with us seniors and really come out with a big win.
Well, congratulations on a big homecoming win tonight, Cody.
Thank you very much.
Let's see you next week. Coach Slang's a big homecoming win tonight. You score a lot of points. Your kids come out happy. Just talk about the big win tonight.
Hey, it's homecoming Climax Scots. It's a special time. I hope the seniors enjoy it. It'll be a memory. It's not very many times that we've ever scored that many points, 69. You feel sometimes it's tough, when the opponent's overmatched like that, but your kids got to keep playing hard. You can't blame the kids, so congratulations to our seniors. Really a unique group and hopefully a unique memory.
You bet. I was talking to Cody Campbell. You score a lot of points, but your defense was flying around out there. Taylor McNally, what about some of his hits tonight?
Yeah, Taylor and Ethan Simmons like Jeremy Shear. They like the physicality of the sport, which is neat. But our aggressiveness sometimes got us in trouble. We've got rotated out of our zones a little bit. Kind of like Pittsburgh last week. We gave up a couple of passes and we'd like to have that change, but that's life. But there was kids flying around here.
You bet. You're 7-0, Kevin, and you're grinding it out here. What would you like to accomplish over these last two games?
Well, we got Big Spring Lake. That's as good as anybody you'd play in the playoffs. That's a playoff atmosphere type of game. So we'd like to be able to compete at a high level next week, and then week 9 we'd like to win the conference championship outright. So our goal is to compete with one of the better Division IV teams in the state, and then go to Colon and fight for the SCA title.
You bet. And Coach, you got a real special shout out this week.
Yes, grandchild number 4 came, Grayson Ryan Langs in Wheaton, Illinois. My shout out is happy birthday to that young man, and congratulations to his mother Lindsay Grace, his dad Jordan Michael, and his brother Levi Jordan.
Well, what a blessing.
Amen.
Coach, congratulations tonight on a real big homecoming win.
Thank you.
Now remember, CS will be back home October 17th against Spring Lake at Big Blue Stadium at 7 p.m. Reporting live on homecoming night at Big Blue Stadium, this is Scoop for www.theclimaxcrescent.com.